About to look crazy.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Portia, if you do not know. So today we are doing Why We Joined the Military Battle Buddy Edition. My name is Sarn Bell. We have...
my name is Specialist Mills.
And...
Saul Lasur.
So, we're going to talk about the Army just a little bit so we can give you guys some insight on why we joined the military. We have our own personal preferences. Yeah, so we're just going to get into this video. Starting with Sergeant Lasur.
Why I got to go first? You feel me? But it's okay.
Well, when did you join the military?
I joined the military February 23rd, 2014.
How old were you?
I was 24. Yeah, I've been here for 3 years. Yeah.
And Mills, when did you join?
I joined military. March 8th, 2014.
And how old were you?
I was 20, just turned 22 years old.
I joined the military July 2010, and I was 19. So,
which was a smart decision.
Should have joined earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I joined the military is because my town is really small, and I wanted to get away and do something different. And I wasn't even thinking about anything. I was just thinking about leaving. And I had influence from my friends. What about y'all?
So I had went to school first. I went to Morehouse College. Morehouse costs a lot. My brother went to Morehouse, and I did not want to put my mom in debt as much that as she would have been if like both of us would have stayed there. Mm-hmm. So joining the Army gave me the opportunity to get more schooling for myself, the GI Bill, and also tuition assistance. I joined in Texas because you get the Hazelwood Act, which is a state that looks out for military veterans. Because when you go through Texas, you can get you can go to any school in Texas for up to 140 credits. You can give it to your children.
Big up Texas.
So yeah, Texas.
Shout out Texas.
Yeah.
I joined the military. I dropped out of college. I was a knucklehead. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. So I was trying to do everything besides the right thing for a long time. And then one day, I looked in the mirror, realized I wasn't happy with the situation I was in, and met a recruiter, told me about the military, traveling options. I used to be a big National Geographic head, so I wanted to go places that I seen on TV. First place they sent me to was Italy. It was lovely. The military just was my avenue to escape what I allowed my circumstances to limit me to.
That being said, do you guys regret it, or are you okay with it right now?
I'll go first. At the end of the day, military is it's a job. It's not a job everyone can do. So with a job, you're gonna have days where you love it. You're gonna have days where you hate it. What I will say is that overall, the pros in the military definitely outweigh the cons. There's times where I'm only focused on the negative and I hate it. But then I check myself and I realize what my family's provided, my son has provided, what I'm able to do as far as my education. If I get sick, I can go to the doctor. I get paid without having to come to work if I need it. There's a lot of benefits. And yeah, overall, I'm very happy I joined the military. It's just there's certain days where I can't look past the negative. And so I hate it those days.
So if you have good leadership, then every day will be a great day in the Army. I regret not coming in as an officer, and I'm trying to find my avenue to get to becoming an officer so that I can further my education and do more things. I do like the fact that I'm able to interact with the soldiers, especially the young ones, because you can set them up in different little avenues to make things so much better. Everything that you go through in the military isn't the greatest thing, but if you have someone to show you like how to step by step get to certain ranks and certain schools and stuff like that, then it's good. But that's what I regret. But it's wonderful. I like it sometimes.
Right. So I guess with that, like, I regret it sometimes, and some days I'd be like, I can do this, and some days I'd be like, the hell with this. Like, but I think all of us have those days. It just depends on what you do every day, the people that you're surrounded by, but you have to stay positive and just keep going. So, my advice to anyone that's thinking about coming in the military is don't settle for less, because, you know, when you go into a recruiter, they will try to talk you into doing this and that. Like Sonda said, he want to be an officer. There are ways that you can become an officer. So make sure you know, what I'm trying to say? No, make sure you do your research, and you can talk to other people that's in the military too if you do not know. How y'all feel about that?
The best thing to do is do the National Guard or reserves and go to school.
Yeah.
Because education will set you up, especially if you want to stay in the military. It's easy on the officer side than the enlisted side.
Right.
And for those that don't know, there's two sides of the military. There's an officer side and there's an enlisted side. Maybe Sergeant Bell, you can expound on that.
On what the enlisted side?
Like what it is, like what's the difference?
All right, so, you know, with everything that's kind of a ranking system, even in civilian jobs, there's still like a ranking system or whatever. So I will talk about how, you know, you start off small or whatever. I'm not going to say small. Look
She got me with the IAS face.
Rewind.
Look, you start off broke. Alright? You gonna start off broke, then you gotta prove yourself to make more money. And then you go.
But do not let that discourage you. Do not let that discourage you. If you went to college or you have some ROTC, you could come in as a PFC or a specialist.
If you
When I went to college though, I only came in as a PFC. But if you have like a bachelor's degree, you can come in as a specialist if you don't.
But you must
become
well
an
come in as an
officer.
officer.
Exactly.
If you got your bachelor's, come in as an officer. Don't sell yourself.
Yeah,
short.
if you got your bachelor's, come in as an officer, because I'm pretty sure you will like it more. I want to say it's more laxed on the officer side. You actually get to do what you love to do. Like if you want to do nursing, you want to do
HPSP. That's definitely a way to get into medical.
Yeah, if you like anything medical, what they like flight. They got flight stuff.
That's
Like warrant officer, right? Warrant officer, but that goes into something else. So if y'all really want to know how the ranking system works, or different MOSs that's in our field, we can talk to you about that too. So we just really want to come on here and give you some insight. Huh?
I don't know that shit.
Listen, look.
We can
Talk
start some
to a
research.
recruiter.
Let me explain something to y'all, okay?
Don't listen to LaSoy.
The military is what we call indentured servitude, okay? It's basically where you trade your labor and your services to an organization in order to receive the benefits of that organization. Now, you sign a contract. You're going to get a contract. I'm under a 6-year contract. So I told the military, hey, look, for 6 years, I'm going to work for you. And this is what you're going to provide for me. And I'm going to literally provide my body to protect this country.
Right.
So at the end of the day, what you seriously have to do if you're thinking about joining the military is realize that when you sign that contract, you are literally entering into indentured servitude. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's not always a good thing. But you have to weigh the reality of the fact that you will become property of the U.S. government. Regardless of how you shape it, cut it, no matter what your rank is, no matter if you officer or enlisted, you are property of the U.S. government. And for some people, like for me, in my situation, I have a wife and I have a 1-year-old son. And what I get from the military is worth that servitude to me. And you just have to figure out if that's something that you're willing to sacrifice. And there's good and there's bad. It's totally up to you.
All right, so we're going to tell y'all a few cons that we think is our own personal cons, and then we're going to go into pros so we can end this off on a good note if you are thinking about joining the military. So I would say that a con for me is, which can also be a pro, is the traveling, because if you're really close with your family and you get stationed
More, see,
and
we
you
black.
get stationed,
So black
really,
people
really
are
far
close with
from
their
you.
family.
Yeah.
And we far as hell from our family. All of us are from the East Coast. I'm from Virginia.
I'm from North Carolina.
And I'm from Georgia, as y'all already know. So, that can really put a burden on you, because y'all know I talk about my family a lot, and the time difference is off. We trying to coordinate how we gonna talk, but that's one of my cons. But if you like to travel, you're not close with your family, or you don't like to be close to your family, it's good for you. You can go to Germany, Korea, Hawaii, Alaska, anything you want. What about you? What's a con for you?
A con for me is the amount of time that the military consumes in your day to day. Now, for us, I guess a typical day is 12 hours.
Yeah.
From I wake up, I leave the house at 5, and until 5 in the afternoon, or 1700 as we say, that's the military's time. Everything
It didn't start like that though.
It did.
Remember, it started at like, we used to do what, 7:30, and then we used to get off at 4.
Yep.
Those was good times.
And that depends on your duty station too.
Right. It all depends on where you go.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you looking at anywhere from 12 to 9 hours out your day. And then also you got to factor in the time that you spend keeping yourself physically fit. And then you got to also incorporate the time that you want to further your education. So then you look at it, for me, I've got about 4.5, 5 hours a day to spend with my family, like as in family time, outside of sleeping and military life.
Right.
So, but also that time is helping build me to be better. So it's not always bad, but sometimes it sucks.
Con for me, PT.
In the
PT
morning?
starts at 4. Matter of fact, fuck that. 5:15, but you got to be there at like 5:05. So that means you got to wake up at 4:45.
At least.
And plus, I get a 300 on my PT test. What do I need to do PT for?
Right.
I should be exempt.
So we wake up early here because of our time. Like, we literally have to be to work between 7 and 7:10. So they force us to wake up and do PT at 5:15 for 45 minutes. Read in between the lines. I'm not going to go in depth with that, but that's what happens here. Now, other places, you know, I've been to Fort Jackson. We did PT Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. After we passed our PT test, there was no more PT until about 2 months before the PT test, you know. So every unit is different.
I like that.
Every unit is different.
I
So
like that.
like that. So those are a few cons. So I guess if I were going to the pros, my number one pro would be stability. Like, if you're trying to work on yourself, you're trying to build stuff, you don't really have, or you didn't really come from money, and you know the Army will take care of you with medical, with school, somewhere to live, you know, dental. They will help you become stable, but the only thing with that is a lot of people become dependent on that and don't reach out for more things or to become a better person and try to work outside of the Army because that's all they know. So they can kind of ground somebody a little bit, but the Army is really stable, or I say the military, period. So that's my pro.
My pro would I know I'm taking yours, but my pro is definitely the traveling. I went from the east side of Charlotte, walking like 1.5 miles to get a pack of cigs, to like living 30 minutes west of Venice in Italy. I've been to the Sistine Chapel, I've seen the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I've been to a whole bunch of different countries. My Instagram was popping for a good 2 years. And just traveling and experiencing other cultures. It opened my mind, changed my way of thinking, really put things into perspective on what's important in life and really what's not. Seeing people that have less and do more with less.
Yeah.
It was an amazing experience. So the traveling aspect of the military definitely matured me and made me a better person.
That's a good one.
So my cons would be
No, pro.
You already
Oh.
said your con.
I'm back on cons. I ain't even gonna do it.
Hurry up, my phone,
So
my camera
my
about
pros
to.
would be traveling and friends. I met some great people along the way.
That's
Through
true.
every duty station, I've always met a group of people who are always cool to hang around with, and lifetime friends is what I call them. So
For
if
real.
I see them in a different, atmosphere, we'll still be friends, and we'll just pick up where we left off.
Right.
So with that being said, you do make some lifelong friends. Like, they be better friends than your best friends from back in the day.
For real.
Like, I don't even talk to them people really. So, But we hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more videos like this or have any questions for us, please put them down in the comment box. And we will see you guys next time.